Hello and welcome along to part 32 of this Dark Souls guide and playthrough. We're going to cheese these forest hunters, or the forest protectors. You don't have to fight them. There's two ways you can bypass them. You can do this, you can cheese them. And you just simply jump to their deaths. You just have to get into the corner and aggro. First of all you need to aggro them, then go to the corner. And they jump over you. The second way to deal with them is basically just by running straight to Alvina, the cat, the feline, and that'll de-aggro them. So we'll take these guys out and we'll go and talk to Alvina. There's only one left, sorry, there's only the bandit. He's kind of weak defensively but strong. He can hit quite hard with his bandit axe. Anyway, let's talk to Alvina. She's in charge of this covenant.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find me, but cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorias?
She knew Sir Artorias and Sif.
My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorias art none but a fabrication.
Which isn't true.
Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy.
She's just trying to protect his gravesite and protect others from,
for nothing, I say.
like she says, knocking for nothing. Protect. Say, what is it? Say yes to this.
Well,
If you say no,
thou art
you're disagreeing with her.
Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest.
I love that word, defilers.
What dost thou say?
It sounds so perverted.
Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes.
It's worth joining, simply to get access to Shiva of the East weapons that he sells in the swamp.
Very glad. And now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant.
And take a good say yes. If you want the weapons that Shiva sells, you'll get the cat covenant ring, sorry,
And here, take it.
which allows you to be summoned from most places in the game,
If thou
and you'll be summoned back to Darkroot
it
Garden,
allows for thine summoning. If
and you have to fight off other human players.
Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others. Thou shalt receive
I apologise for speaking over her.
The golden rule. The clan is thine own. Darest not in any attempt to
The golden rule is don't double cross the other forest protectors like Shiva of the East and whatnot. If you're summoned wearing the cat covenant ring and you kill one human in Darkroot Garden,
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics.
you'll get a divine blessing,
There's no time
3 kills, and you'll get a ring of fog.
fighting, except there is little in the form of rules. You hear?
So he's wielding a Murakamo, or Mura.
Whoever's fastest gets
How do you pronounce it?
Only don't forget what
Murakumo.
Alvina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance for any reason. That's about it then. Don't worry. It's a good old time, isn't it? Great to have you with us. Good hunting to you.
I think that's the Shield of the East or something. And well hidden and camouflaged is his bodyguard, who's wearing the Shadow set, the one that we picked up in Blighttown. I believe you can kick that Ring of Fog wearing bodyguard off the edge and you'll get a Ring of Fog and I think an Uchigatana as well from killing him. Anyway, this is the Cat Covenant ring. Wear it to get summoned to the Darkroot Garden and fight off other human invaders. 1 kill, you get Divine Blessing, 3 kills, a Ring of Fog. Come round here and we'll pick up one of the heaviest armour sets in the game. This is the same armour set worn by the Stone Knights that we fought earlier. The Stone Knights are the ones with the Tranquil Walk of Peace. This is a good armour set. It's very heavy though. Very high defence against physical attacks. Pretty good resistances. And very heavy though, unfortunately. And I believe it's bettered by the Giant set and Smooth set. it can't be upgraded either. That's another problem with it, whereas the giant set can be upgraded. Anyway, we're going to encounter a new enemy type here. These are mushroom people, and you've got the mushroom adults and the mushroom children. The children aren't hostile, so don't worry about them. The adults are most definitely hostile, and they pack one hell of a punch. It's like you're fighting Mike Tyson or something. Their reach is unbelievable, even though it looks like they've got short stubby arms. As you can see, I mean, I've got like nearly fully upgraded Dingy set on, and yeah, I think each punch lands about 500 hit points against you. They've got a heck of a lot of health as well. I think it's like 2,500 health points, and they have a good chance to drop gold pine resin, which is really handy. They're also weak to they're resistant to lightning but weak to fire, and weak to magic as well. So the best technique I've found to take these guys on is to get your hit in and roll back the way. You can see that you can also slightly stagger them, and if you've got good iframes, then you can roll out of the way of these punches. But yeah, they've got good reach, and they take one hell of a lot of health off. I don't even think that connected with me there, it didn't look like it, but you know, that's Dark Souls for you. Sometimes you've just got to roll with the punches. So we'll get another gold pine resin, and in this chest is the enchanted ember. You give that to Rickert of Vinheim. Rickert's the one that likes being jailed in the new Londo ruins. It's mainly for intelligence builds that haven't put any points into strength and dexterity, and they want to upgrade their magic weapons to enchanted weapons. It's something I've never done ever on any playthrough. You can actually pick up an enchanted falchion later on in the game in the Duke's Archives. These are the kids. I always feel bad doing this, and they let out a howl to warn the others, and the others start running away. These ones are non-hostile, which I've already said, but there are child mushrooms that we'll encounter later who are hostile. They have an uncommon chance to drop gold pine resin, so if you're farming pine resin, don't go for the kiddies, go for the adults. If you're lost, it's very easy to get lost in this part of the garden. Come to the edges and follow your way around. We're going to encounter a new enemy class here, and this is actually, I believe these are supposed to be the brothers of Alvina. So it's another great feline, and these are distinguished by being black. So there's a difference between them and Alvina in the sense that they're black fur. But yeah, I believe that they're brothers, and you can see they're quite buff, they're quite well built. What I wanted to do here, I'd heard that they were weak to poison, so I wanted to see how well this worked. And you can see I've got 50 poison arrows, so I've got 49 now. And it actually takes 30 poison arrows to really kind of kill these guys. So that's like 1500 souls, because I think it's 50 souls for each arrow. It just really wasn't worth it. And it took quite a while as well, it took about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. Not worth it. You can see he's poisoned there. You can see the cloud, the miasma kind of following him around. Miasma's bad smell, so it doesn't really make sense, but anyway. These guys are resistant to bleed weapons because they've got a lot of fur, a heavy coat of fur. But they are weak to poison apparently, and some people suggest using the Tranquil Walk of Peace if you can cast that spell, and it basically slows their movement speed down. They've got an attack which you'll see soon. He'll die in a second. I think they've got something like 1500 health points. They drop 2000 souls, as you can see. They don't respawn, I believe. But yeah, they have a rolling attack which is quite fast, so I suppose if you cast Tranquil Walk of Peace they're unable to do that. Anyway, we'll go and that's the way to the boss fight. We'll go and take on Sif later, but we'll go and kill up the other two great felines. Pick up a large soul of a brave warrior first. That's a nice X amount of 1000 souls. So you want to be at a fast movement speed when you're taking these guys on. Here's the rolling attack, and I get hit by it. The camera changed on me there, that was my fault. I think I depressed the D-pad, the thumbstick, that turned the camera around. But yeah, that rolling attack is quite annoying. They've also got some bite attacks. But actually you really want to kind of bait that rolling attack, because what you do is get them to roll and then hide behind the trees and then go in for the attack like that. And you can see you can kind of stagger them. There, oh, I was lucky there. Cheeky wee shite, so there. I think they captured the attitude of cats quite well with these enemies. I love cats. I mean, I love their mischievous nature, and that is more or less how our ex-cat Cheesecake used to attack you. She used to just kind of take bites out of you. Anyway, I love the noise the cat makes when you kill it. There's another one round here. I love that warbling sound when they do the tumbling attack as well. You can also use ranged attacks to kill these guys quite easily. The Dragon Slayer Great Bows and the Great Arrows are really good for taking these guys out from a distance. Anyway, what we'll do now is we'll head towards Sif, the boss fight. And Sif, really there's not much to say about Sif other than you want to be at a fast movement speed again, you want to be at a fast roll speed. I don't like, you can use a shield in this fight, but I prefer just to keep the Grass Crest shield on to keep my stamina up. A green blossom can help if you're not using the Grass Crest shield here, because stamina regen is quite important in this fight. The fight is unusual in the sense that when you go through the fog gate it doesn't start instantly. You'll see that in a second. I wonder if they've, there's a famous story in Scotland about a dog that sat at its master's grave after its master died. You can look the story up on the internet. It's called The Story of Greyfriars Bobby. Greyfriars, Friars spelled, I think, F-R-E-Y-E-R-S. Anyway, Greyfriars Bobby. Check it out. A wee Scotty dog that sat next to its master's grave and never went away for years. It's a true story, I believe. Sif is not quite a small dog, he's quite large. And before we fight Sif, there's a ring to pick up. This is the grave site, burial site of Sir Artorias. And it's interesting, you'll see later on in future episodes, I think Alvina can travel in time as well. But anyway, let's go and pick this ring up. This is the Hornet ring, and this boosts your critical attacks by 30%. So if you do a parry and riposte or whatever, you'll get an extra 30% damage against the person that you're riposting. Very good ring, very useful. Anyway, let's commence the fight with Sif, the Great Wolf, the Great Grey Wolf. That's Artorias' weapon. So he wields the sword in his mouth, and you basically want to leap. You want to basically kind of jump over his sword. I do quite badly at the beginning here, but you'll see as the fight goes on, I kind of like that's what you want to do basically, and then get your hit in. I don't know why it took so long to get my hit in there, and you don't want to do that. The good thing is it's such a large area to move around in. That's what you want to do, and then get the hit in. And I've decided to use a Chaos blade here. Chaos Swihander, sorry. Because Sif is weak to like slashing weapons and fire damage. So you can see him taking massive chunks of his health off. I love the music that accompanies this fight. Don't know what happened there, I don't know why I didn't get hit there. So you want to basically get under him and attack his belly and attack his hind legs. He's nearly dead. What I was wanting to do, I could have taken him out much more quickly, but I wanted to try and get the limp going. And that's quite a dangerous attack because it takes out a lot of your stamina if you block it. But yeah, I wanted to see him limp because that's what happens once you get his health down quite low. But for some reason it didn't happen, and he's dead. And for that we will pick up the Covenant of Artorias ring, which will allow us to traverse the abyss and take on the 4 kings in the new Londo ruins. There's not really much more to say about this episode. In the next episode we'll take on the 4 kings. And I hope this episode helped as usual. Thanks for watching.